Thanks so much for agreeing to talk with us on video. As you know, North Littleton Promise is one of the local ministry partners for the Flourish ministry team. And we really appreciate you sharing a little bit about your experiences this past summer working as a volunteer at North Littleton Promise. Can you tell me a little bit about sort of the context of what you were doing, how you got into it, and that type of thing?
Yeah. My family has been involved with North Littleton Promise off and on for a long time. And this summer, my dad came up and told me that they had a job opportunity, and I was interested. So I went and I talked with Maureen and found out really quickly that the job that was open was not one that I was fit for. And I told her that, and she said that, hey, they still had volunteer opportunities if I was interested, and I was, so I became a volunteer within that short conversation.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So as a volunteer, what would you say was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, well, when I started volunteering, I was very unsure of what I was doing because I had never had any experience like this. I didn't really know what I was putting myself into. And what I found was just that the best thing to do was just be there, was to be present with the students and to build relationships with them, talk with them. You know, part of my job was to teach them literature, and we read a book and we did vocab quizzes, but the biggest thing that I am taking away and that I remember from my time this summer was just talking with them, learning about them and what they want to do with their futures.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the process of learning about them, did you have any observations that you made when you left, sort of looking back on it, when you think about that?
Yeah, I found looking back just the amount of growth that the students were going through in that short period of time. You know, it was only just a little over a month, and just in that time seeing all the changes they went through, from the first day I met them towards the last day of graduation saying goodbye. I can think of one student in particular who, on the first day, he was sort of by himself, kind of a solo guy, but just over the course of the summer, he just really grew into this leadership position, and all the other kids really looked up to him as a sort of respectable peer in a way, and they all followed his lead. And it was just great to see him take charge and find a footing in that position.
That's great. That sounds like it was really heartwarming for you.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, you know, will you continue to volunteer with North Littleton Promise?
Definitely. I loved what I did this summer, and you know, they always have opportunities just year round even. So there's chances to go on throughout the school year for me to volunteer. Like I said, I didn't know what I was getting into, but seeing the impact that just being there with the students can have really showed me how great of an opportunity it is.